Welcome to another inspiring episode of Hanging Out for a Living, where today we're honored to be in conversation with Tracy Higginbotham, a trailblazing figure in the realm of women's entrepreneurship. She is the founder and CEO of Women Ties, and Tracy has spent over 2 decades passionately advocating for and uniting women entrepreneurs, not only just across New York State, but way beyond. From her early days with five-star events to her groundbreaking work with Women Ties, Tracy's journey is a testament to her unwavering commitment to empowering women in business. So join us as we delve into the experiences and insights of a woman who not only champions entrepreneurial success, but also embodies the spirit of community and collaboration. Tracy, welcome. Thanks for joining us on this kind of cold day here in upstate New York, right?
Snowy day. It's
Hi.
okay. And thank you for that lovely introduction. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, most deserving and so much more than that. But um, well, let's dive in, shall we? Excellent.
Absolutely.
Tracy, with your extensive experience in supporting women entrepreneurs, what have you what really has been the most significant changes you've witnessed in women's entrepreneurship over the years?
Well, I started my first company in 1995. So that was almost 30 years ago. And back then, my sons were 3 years old and 3.5 months old. And
Mm.
the biggest thing was that there were not, this kind of technology did not exist. I used to bring them to the local library to use like the only computer in town, it seemed like. So for sure, technology has been the biggest change, making it just possible for women to be able to work from wherever they want to work, whenever they want to work. So there's good sides and bad sides, of course, to that. I think, the other thing that really has changed, and COVID actually happened to help this, is that working at a home-based office, back when I started, you didn't talk about that. Clients
Mm.
didn't want to know that you were working out of your home. They thought that if you were running a business, you were in a corporate setting. And so I learned a long time when I first started not to even talk about being home based. If I always went to a client, they never came to me. So
Yeah.
society has changed in all of that setting as well. And COVID and the pandemic helped to make that something a lot more comfortable. Um, and I think, with networking being such an important part of over the decades for women to meet each other, those events were affected as well. And so now online forums like this is a way for women to network and to also expand what they're doing. I now have international clients that I speak with regularly, again, because the technology and society has changed enough over the past 3 decades to allow us to do that.
It's absolutely wonderful when we can connect with other women globally, right? And,
Yes.
this morning we're having a conversation. I'm in upstate New York, well, as are you in where you are in Syracuse. But this afternoon, I have a call in Australia.
Yes. Who would have
And
known?
who would have known? And it's yeah, I know. It blows my mind, it just blows my mind. And I think it's an absolutely wonderful thing and how we can evolve and grow into that.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
So you've been a pioneer in creating networking platforms for women, and I've been blessed to be at many of these. What challenges did you face establishing Women Ties, and how did you overcome them?
The biggest challenge was that I have just been such a feminist in business. And so I would only have women only events. I would
Mhm.
only have women as speakers. I would only have females as sponsors. And so before Women's High started, I was head of a local networking group here in Syracuse for 9 years as the growth in entrepreneurship was happening. And as we became popular, we had more requests for men to attend our events, for men to network with us, for men to speak. And I said, no, you know what? Women don't make as much money as men.
Yeah.
If I'm going to have women come and get the opportunity to do sales or to stand up in front and get all the marketing, it's not going to be a man that's going to do it. And I had a lot of pushback on that.
Mm.
And I carried that philosophy really into women ties and was shunned by some people here in the community that I'm in that knew that that's always the way that I was. But, they wanted to be more inclusive. And I just said, no, sorry. Until we make the same amount of money as men do, everything I do is going to be for women only.
Absolutely, absolutely. You put your stake in the ground and you didn't
Yes.
budge, which is absolutely admirable. I so respect that of you. So before we hit the record button, we were talking a little bit about your sporting ambitions, right? And so those ambitions of trying every sport once in a lifetime is really fascinating. So how do you believe this goal really interacts with your professional life and philosophy?
Well, I grew up with parents who were coaches and physical education teachers, but I didn't want to become a teacher and a coach. My sister followed in their footsteps, but I had an aunt who ran her own business, drove a fabulous car, and was always happy at the end of the day. So I was like, I'm following her steps in the business. But I think, as women, as we age and mature, all of a sudden, that love for sports came back to me, especially I lost all of my hair to alopecia, which is an autoimmune disease. And I didn't think my look, because I didn't like wearing wigs, that I belonged necessarily in front of the podium. I know that's not a blanket statement for
Sure.
everybody, but for me, that was how I felt. And so sports is where I felt comfortable. And I decided that I wanted to truly challenge myself. So making the commitment to try every single sport once in my lifetime has been a very fun um, goal and everyday activity. And just like in business, women that I take along with me that are doing the sporting events, we're adding risk, we're adding the networking, we're having them achieve something that they didn't think they could achieve. Some of them fearful for doing it, like going parasailing. And all of a sudden, it just lifts your spirit up and it gives you more confidence. And the women, because they come together in those opportunities, truly bond and become, I think they bond stronger than at just a general networking event someplace. And so sports brings that thrill to meeting other women. And it's great also for our physical being and our mental health.
Absolutely. Your story reminds me of someone else who I had on one of these segments, and he wanted to be a dentist because his uncle was a dentist and drove a really flashy car. Okay. Needless to say, when he did his internship, he decided that was not the right path for him to go, and he became an entrepreneur. So
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's
yeah.
absolutely
You never knew. I went to it was a really great retreat that one of my members did who was in the Utica, Rome area. And it was in a place that my parents used to go to with these other coaches and their families. And it
Mhm.
was there that I had the aha moment. And if I didn't say yes to going to that, I don't know if it would have hit me as hard, but she said, it's your birthright. Your birthright is sports. And just having one woman tell me that,
Sure.
I was like, and it opened up even more possibilities for me in the sports realm.
Absolutely. I love that. So you've received, and we see them in the back there, numerous accolades for your work, including the SBA's Women Owned Business Champion Award, not once, but twice, right?
Yes.
So what advice would you give to aspiring women entrepreneurs who are just they're just starting out?
I would say that the main thing to remember is, of course, most women want to start a business and should start a business because they're very passionate about something, a
Sure.
service that they're offering, a product that they have. So for me, I was an event planner all my life. So starting Women Ties, which was basically event planning, but for women entrepreneurs with a purpose, made sense. But I think the biggest lesson that I've learned since most women entrepreneurs stay solo entrepreneurs, many do not have staff, is that you must embrace sales. And I mean sales, not marketing, sending out flyers or giving out business cards. I mean, pick up the phone, calling individuals that you meet and making those sales pitches and converting people that you meet into customers and clients. And I think especially too in today's world of technology where you can easily say, well, I'll just text the person or I'm going to email the person.
Sure.
No, it's the phone calls or the face-to-face meetings that are really going to make the difference in sales. And so you got to be comfortable in sales. And if you're not, hire a sales coach or take some sales courses. I did a Dale Carnegie
Oh,
long,
yeah.
like 6-week course, really helped me with my sales pitch and being comfortable. I had a personal sales coach who helped me be very regular with my approach to sales. And so, you're not going to make money and you can have the best business in the whole entire world.
Yeah.
But if you're not selling what you're doing, you're never going to be able to make enough money to sustain you. So embrace it.
Embrace it. Exactly. And find that mentorship, find that coach,
Yes.
um, and just, yeah, you're so, so right. So, so
Right.
right. It's sales. And it can be done without feeling like you're like it's kind of slimy and ugly and,
Right.
you know, it doesn't have to be that way. So seek out the resources. Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
heck,
And
seek out Tracy.
well, and think about the fact that, if we know what we're producing, service or product wise,
Sure.
truly can be a benefit to somebody, then you need to find the people that can truly benefit from what you're offering. And so the sales conversation becomes more of a, how can I really think this could help you. And again, not in a fake way, but
Right.
truly this is what works. And so women have to embrace that. And if you need the education and you don't have the confidence, find somebody or find a course that can help you do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we'll kind of close things up here and we'll say thank you, Tracy, for sharing your invaluable insights and experiences with us today. Your journey and dedication to women's entrepreneurship truly inspiring. I mean, to our audience, we hope this conversation has sparked new ideas and motivation. For those wishing to connect further with Tracy and explore the world of women entrepreneurship, you'll find her contact details in the description of this video. And remember, empowering women in business is not just about individual success. It's about building a community that uplifts and supports each other, a principle Tracy exemplifies in her remarkable career. Thank you again, Tracy, and everyone. We'll see you another time. Bye for now.
Thank you.